Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're doing bookmarks. And I filled up my second BB Craft paint palette with poster paint. Okay guys, so as you've seen, these three are drying at the moment. I really do like these Scola paints, and if you can get them, I highly recommend it, because just because they're kids' paints doesn't mean that they're rubbish. I love using things like this in sketchbooks, and also the colours are going to last with the Scola, so they're perfectly fine for sending as gifts. I don't know about, if they last 100 years, but basically if you keep anything out of direct sunlight, it's going to last. So bookmarks are going to be in books out of sunlight. So I think, this stuff's perfectly great. And I love drawing on top of it. The texture is great. It's like a thin version of gouache, basically. So you don't really need to add water. The sparkly ones are really fun. So what am I going to do? I think with this we'll do a green. I noticed with the BB Craft palette lid as well, when I took the lid off, there was condensation underneath it. So it's almost like it uses the moisture of the paint to kind of keep the moisture in, if that makes sense. You feel the moisture underneath the lid. So it's a very clever idea. And it's been super helpful for me, these kind of palettes. I haven't seen them anywhere else, because the standard Stay Wet palettes for acrylic is no good for me. They're way too bulky. Now we add this yellow shimmer to the green. And not only do we get a light green, but we're going to get a sparkly shimmery green. I think these are going to be great for doing mermaids. You always get shimmery on the scales, don't you, of mermaids? This is really inspiring. Lots of underwater images for me. Just having fun, which is really nice and relaxing. You can see as it dries that you're getting a sparkling green. So again, I leave that to dry because we're just doing backgrounds at the moment. We'll move on to this. I like getting through my paper because it was all getting damaged and stacked up and nowhere to put it, and I'm in a bit of a tidy frenzy at the moment where everything has gotten out of hand for the last 20 years, and before the weather gets warm again I'm on a blitz of trying, if at all possible. It's not going to be possible in a few months, but I am slowly getting through, neatening up, making storage boxes, and just getting a sense of being a bit more neat and tidy and having things where I can reach them and get at them without pulling something and something else falls out. It's just gotten to a point where I'm annoyed enough to have to try and sort it out. I suppose storage problems are everybody's nightmare, but for me it's harder because of my height and my limited joint movement. I do have to have everything where I can reach, so it means it's all at one level, and that means we run out of space pretty quick. And shelving units are a waste of time because again they don't hold much. So I make boxes. We recycle a lot of cardboard boxes, packing boxes, and I make my storage caddies. This year the storage caddies are a new thing. I've got one on my desk which is neat, so I've got the my Prismacolor pencils, my first ever set, are to hand now, instead of so far away that I kind of couldn't be bothered. You know, I now can see them and I want to use them. I mean, I wanted to use them before, but when you know you've got to drag other things out, it's a bit of a, you know, nightmare. So things like that, simple little things, it just helps. Okay, so we've got that and that, put that there, and we've all got a bit of a line-up now of bookmarks drying. Just clean off the brush, and I think we'll go for this purple now. And I'll be adding in more of that shimmer purple. You can do absolutely anything you like, but this is just an idea you can use for offcuts of, get my words right, the offcuts of paper. If you're cutting down big sheets of watercolor paper, which I have been, because again I didn't have the storage for my large paintings. I'm slowly getting, on that note, over the next few months, I am putting in the shopping baskets, the, well, we call them box files, with the elastic closures. You've seen them when I was doing my Keep It or Trash It series on Instagram. You saw the storage box I use, well, file box things. So it's much easier than what I was using before, which was the, well, I call them the plastic folders with plastic wallets inside. But the trouble is, the plastic wallets inside, well, they are very difficult to get the work in, so the work gets creased, and then the plastic wallets tear. So it's not very helpful or encouraging if you to get me to do any kind of storage. And so I'm now slowly transferring everything to the box files. And I am binning things. I know I've been told over the years artists should not bin work, but I create so much being prolific. I mean, sometimes I can do 30 a day. You know, it might not, they're not masterpieces, but I'm making, and it's just, you know, you just can't keep everything. So I do, if it's literally just rubbish scribbles, I will bin it so that I can just keep the best. Well, not the best, but, you know, say good and the best. I mean, the next day I could create something even, you know, better. But if I like it, which is rare, then it stays. We'll be having a lot more Trash It and Keep It episodes on Instagram. And I might even be doing it on YouTube to get even more of you guys' opinion. of which artwork I should keep and which artwork I should trash, because it's a healthy thing to do, for me anyway, for clearing things out. Right, so we're going to leave that. I'll start stacking them on what I feel is drying now. We've got this. Have we done? We've just done the orange. We'll do a yellow. I mean, you can use, you know, your washi tapes to do a border, but I like being, I guess you'd call it unprofessional. I don't like, you know, all this neatness and perfect lines and everything exact with art anyway. Well, with life in general, I suppose, because, you know, many people's lives are not perfect and exact. And so in art, I don't see why it should be perfect and exact either. Just my opinion. I'm adding in some of this sparkle yellow. So when it's dry, you'll see it more. It'll be more obvious. At the moment, it's all blending in together. So we'll leave it like that. Just to dry over there. And it will take longer to dry the thicker the coat. But we're doing it in a thin, because it's basically kids' paint. It's like flour and powder paint or something. But this is the best one I've come across in the kids' range. Scola is amazing. And very good value, and it comes in the big squirty bottles. Go see my review, excuse me, on my channel. The Scola Ready Mix Paint is on my channel. And if I can find it, and remember, I'm having a bit of trouble with YouTube at the minute. I'm scheduling my videos, but they're going live instantly instead of being scheduled. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. So consequently, my videos are coming out at wrong times of day. And my longer videos are taking like 3 days to upload. I don't want them, you know, coming out until I want them, and it's all very, very crazy. I have a feeling YouTube are doing more updates again. But I would say, when I do schedule a video, I wish it would not go live instantly. We're doing this almost invisible, but it's like it's a silver. It's a sparkly grey, basically. I'm going to say silver because I don't like grey. It's all very shiny. I think I will add in some pink. Just very subtle dots there. And we'll leave that to dry. That's a bit of thin paper, so I'm probably going to just do something different. We'll just do lots of lines, I think, in the sparkly paint. We've got 4 sparkly paints. Well, hang on, 1, 2, no, we've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them actually. And I didn't put, I think I did put all of them all out, but they sent me like a couple of years ago now. Okay. some of his gold in. Certainly a much nicer way of using sparkly, glitter effects, because I don't like glitter. I mean, I like looking at it, but I don't like using the loose glitter. And I haven't gotten on with those glitter glue things, because they're usually really difficult to squeeze the tubes, and then they don't come out very neat. What were they called? A company in the United Kingdom called Range, or The Range or something, came out with some, I can't remember what they called, their own glitter glues anyway, some sparkle things. And they are quite nice. But again, they're not, they're just, they're not, I don't like them. So at least with this, it is clean. It's a clean glitter. And very fine. I think it is mica powder. So it's very delicate and just, nice. I don't know if that shows up on camera. You can kind of get enchanted by it. Yeah. You can see, I hope. Okay. We're going to put that over here. Be good if I can get through all this paper today in this recording session. Now, let me think what we can do now. We haven't used a brown yet. For some reason I want to do a garden. Kind of blend it all together, the green and the brown, for the soil and the grass. Put like so. And then we'll get the white. Oh, damn it. Oh, I forgot, didn't I? Oh, this is a grey. Ignore that. I saw the white. I filled this up yesterday. Well, when you guys see this, it'll be a few days later. But basically, I filled this up. And I told myself I needed to mix everything together. So, as Bob Ross would say, that was a happy accident. So let's see how that's going to work out. So that's grey. I thought, why did I put 3 whites in my tray? I do too, because I get through it. Okay, just cleaning off the brush. And now we will get a great big dollop of white, because we're going to be needing it. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe it's not going to be as bad as I thought. No, good. It's just added to this sky. Probably going to make it more realistic. So good. That was a happy accident. cleaning off the brush. And that's definitely going to take longer to dry because the sky is quite thick. But luckily that was on the watercolour paper. So I'm just going to move that to the radiator. And I think we'll finish off now in a time lapse. Okay guys, so this is what they're all now looking like. Now they are finished. Some I did more to than others. The Happy Accident came out quite nice actually. So we've got the lollipop, well, the ice lollies, Garden Haven, Life's a Beach. Just simple, you know, designs. You don't need anything intense for bookmark. And then Live Your Dream with a castle with a turret. And then this. I did try with a Prismacolor to get a bit of a tree in. Don't know if you can see that, but it didn't come out as great as I'd wanted, and I certainly didn't want to ruin the Prismacolors because this is like a textured watercolour paper. So then I outlined it with a thin Faber-Castell Pitt marking pen. And then this was the beach hut. It says holiday reads, because you often, when you're at the beach, will take a book. And then this is fruit slices, and it says take a slice. This is just the sparkly pink. Just dots of it basically, subtle. So then I outlined the border. So yeah, the Happy Accident turned out to be the best, because it's more a painting. So we've got snowy mountains, a dramatic sky, and a garden. Here, they're just digging in the garden. So I hope you've enjoyed my little bookmark creation video. And I'll catch you guys really, really soon. See ya!